Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy X-Ray, and today, you guys, we're going to be doing a quick explanation on how to get more powder, dust, whatever you want to call it in the game, and as quickly as you possibly can. We're going to go over how to get it and most effective ways to get it and how to farm as quickly as possible. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. All right, so first up, best way to get dust, low-key, honestly, now is to actually do dungeons here. Once you go into dungeons, you'll have a chance to get a certain dust. I believe if it's A or S rank, you'll get legendary. If it's B or C, you'll get rare, and then if it's D or E, you'll get common. So those are the rarities and what you need to do. Essentially what you want to do, for me, when I come in here, I always try to have a weapon that is enchanted with both looting. If not both looting, one of the other looting, and we'll go over what those do for you in a second. But essentially, I would come in here and I would add more room. I would put as many rooms as I possibly can in here, so that way that I can have it proc and have more opportunities to get some of the characters to drop the actual dust. Not every unit in the dungeon will drop the dust, so adding more rooms is more beneficial for that now. This is kind of one of the more better runes now that we need to actually enchant stuff here. So you can take advantage of that, put all of those runes in, add more rooms to your liking, and get more chances to have drops. Now, like I was saying earlier about the weapon, the enchantment system is they added a new enchantment, which is essentially like a higher chance for the unit to drop it. Like I said, the units in the dungeon do not have a guaranteed chance to drop it. There's percentage chance, so you might get it, you might not, but there is an enchantment now that would allow you to have a higher chance for it to drop naturally. So that means you can go 4 or 5 enemies in and it'll be back to back, kind of like dust coming off of the enemy. Sometimes it might not, sometimes it will. It's just a higher chance for it to hit it. So if you're looking for that, that would be the loot aspect one right here, which would just give you more dust in general. So essentially, like I said, if you kill an enemy, you have a higher chance of getting the dust to actually drop. The next one is looting. Looting will increase the amount of dust drop. So this does not affect the how many times it drops from the character. This affects how much comes out of the character once it does drop. Just want to make that very self-explanatory. And those are your best like go-to things that you could use. In terms of which one is better, honestly, it doesn't really matter. Just try to get both if you can. If you cannot get both, I would say go for one, especially if it's really high, like looting 6 or something like that. Definitely go for that, and then just keep that and use that on that weapon. I would not roll the weapon either. Don't roll the weapon. If you're gonna go ahead and try to upgrade the weapon even further than SS, just get you a secondary weapon on the side. Like I said, you don't even have to use a broken weapon. As long as your shadows are killing, you can use a really trash common weapon or something like that and enchant that, so that way you can have something that's giving you the bonuses as well. Also, they did end up adding in the recent update the ability to have times 2 drop, and the reason why I wanted to wait a little bit to discuss this is because obviously this is pay to win. You can get this with tickets. It does cost the exact same, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people had enough tickets to grab this or something like that, especially if you've been playing the game a decent amount. But this is really good, very helpful. I haven't really seen too much of a big difference, but I also have noticed it doesn't take forever for me to get to 100 of individual dust. So I can tell, but sometimes I can't tell. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just kind of iffy right now. I'm assuming it's good. They did say something about it was messed up the other day, and they fixed it anyway, so hopefully that is completely fixed and we are actually getting to times 2 drops. So yeah, that works for all of their dust as well. They also added here in the boost, now you can go ahead and get drop potions, so it'll increase by 50% for 10 minutes. I would just activate this at the start of a dungeon, especially if you're doing like certain dungeons. A really good dungeon to do low key is a double dungeon, especially with more rooms. I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but if you add more rooms into a double dungeon, you have more chances to have the units to drop more dust for you. It was really good to do it that way. I have a clip of me doing a double dungeon with a whole bunch of rooms on, and yeah, it was relatively simple. I mean, you run through, one shot them, especially if it's on a lower end dungeon and you already got your team geared up and whatnot. Just run through, do what you need to do, and bounce out, farm up as much as you can. But yeah, that is pretty much the video. Not really too much to explain. It's very self-explanatory once you kind of get the hang of it. And once you know, you probably just tell your friend or whatever the case may be. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below your Roblox username and what game pass you guys would like to win. And yeah, I'll try to get that to you as soon as possible.